With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit it.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sucked in last week resolves itself this time around.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 7.
Second and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
For a Baltimore Raven. First and goal at the 8.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 11-yard line.
They'll give Henry another shot. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Now Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because He softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s, trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 17 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Finding Williams on the check down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now a 3rd and 6. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Stafford. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here, where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 62 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
And the Rams 1st down.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Rams.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that.
He's got a man complete. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nakua, 40 yards. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do, because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, but it's going to be second down. You talk about this Rams defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
3rd and 12. Now it's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and a yard.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Henry up the middle. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
On the play.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Ravens at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
3rd and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First down carry for Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams' 11-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. I mean, he's been solid here in the early part of the season, currently ranked in the top 5 amongst NFL quarterbacks in passing yardage. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now it's Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
A gain of 16
That one
yards.
good for 16 as the drive continues. But now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 33-yard line.
They'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Jackson will keep it. And he will have a Ravens first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry pushing his way inside the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That is caught with Sean Bateman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and
Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The offense on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. Well, the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he fires one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here's Jackson, going to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 23.
And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Delay of game, offense.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing is Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Ethan Evans now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the
From the gun, Jackson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
It's a gain of 8. And the Baltimore first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 5. The handoff running left, Henry. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Just shy of midfield. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up.
Now it's Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA and power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, here's Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
taken down.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
To throw is Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
That's good for another Baltimore Raven. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mitchell is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams' 4-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Rams offensive Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Play action, Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
And 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he's going to have a Rams first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Rams.
Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Los Angeles.
Again to Williams, right. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
In motion right goes Adams. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Rams.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Stafford. That is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Another run with Mitchell. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 21. Short throw, it's Higbee. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down at the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers set to take over once more. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
On third down, they go with Shipley. Well, I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over first and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
First down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 3 quarters have come and gone. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Stafford. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Brought down back at the 32.
Play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd.
To throw is Stafford. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
Throwing is Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Straight ahead, Shipley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Second and 5.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Jackson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Luke now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Slant to Adams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Los Angeles.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Stafford. That one taken in by Whittington. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Rams.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make make it second down. Here's Stafford. To the right side, that's Whittington. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 12. And the Rams first down.
Again, it's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a 2nd and 6. 4
yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 17-yard.
Now it's Stafford. On the slant, connects with Devontae Adams. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Throwing is Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Henry up the middle, down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams.
Again, it's Henry. Tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
Brings up 3rd
and as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And fights through 1 man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
16-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power, but not a ton to show for it. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2nd down and 8. Jackson, options out left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll give it to Shipley. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Luke on for the Ravens field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
So now Stafford and the Rams down by 13, a minute 12 to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Back to throw, Stafford. Pass complete, it's Adams. Now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
Stafford now to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Here's first down.
38 yards on the play. First down, Rams.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
A loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now Stafford. And he is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down.
And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining.
We are now 2nd and 10 from the 13.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Brought down.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Ravens, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew,